Let me ask you something. How long has that bottle of castor oil been sitting in your medicine cabinet or maybe in the back of a drawer somewhere, completely ignored? Most people pick it up once, aren't quite sure what to do with it, and set it back down. And that's a shame because in 12 years of practice, castor oil is one of the most consistently underestimated tools I have ever come across. Not because it's exotic, not because it's expensive, but because most people have never been shown how to actually use it. My name is Dr. Rena, and today I'm going to change that. What I'm about to share with you isn't a trend. It isn't something I read on a blog last week. These are applications that have been used across generations of traditional healing, and that modern research is now beginning to explain in real biological terms. By the end of this video, you're going to look at that bottle completely differently. Before we dive in, if you find value in straightforward, science-grounded health information, hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps this reach more people who need it. And drop a comment below. Where are you watching from today? I love hearing from this community. All right, let's get into it. So, what actually makes castor oil so remarkable? Because I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to understand the biology because once you do, everything else makes sense. The active compound in castor oil is a fatty acid called ricinoleic acid. It makes up close to 90% of the oil's composition, which is unusual as most oils are a blend of many different fatty acids. But castor oil is dominated by this one. And ricinoleic acid does something that very few natural compounds can do. It binds directly to specific receptors on your cells, receptors that regulate inflammation and pain signaling. When it binds to those receptors, it essentially quiets the inflammatory response, not by masking it, by interacting with it at the cellular level. That's why for generations, people reached for castor oil when something hurt, something swelled, or something just wouldn't heal properly. They didn't have the language for what was happening, but they knew it worked. Now, here's where I want to give you something practical. Because knowing the science is one thing, but knowing how to apply it is what actually changes your day-to-day life. So let me walk you through the most effective ways to use castor oil based on both the research and what I've seen work repeatedly in 12 years of practice. 1, joint pain and stiffness. This is probably the application that surprises people the most, and it's the one I find most meaningful for the men I work with. When joints ache, whether it's a knee, a hip, knuckles, or the lower back, the underlying issue is almost always inflammation in the surrounding tissue. And that's exactly where acid does its best work. Here's what to do. Warm a small amount of castor oil in your hands, just enough to take the chill off. Apply it generously over the painful joint and massage it in slowly for 2 to 3 minutes. Then cover the area with a thin cloth and place a warm compress or heating pad over it for 15 to 20 minutes. The warmth isn't just for comfort. Heat increases local circulation and helps drive the oil deeper into the tissue, past the skin, into the layers where inflammation actually lives. Many men who do this regularly tell me it's the first thing in years that's given them consistent relief without side effects. That matters. 2, old scars and skin that won't seem to let go of the past. Scar tissue forms when the body heals quickly but not cleanly. The collagen fibers lay down in a disorganized pattern, and the result is that tight, sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes visible reminder of something that happened years ago. Ricinoleic acid has been shown to support the remodeling of connective tissue, essentially encouraging the body to revisit that repair work and do it more thoroughly. Apply castor oil to the scar each evening and massage it in with firm circular pressure for 2 to 3 minutes. The massage is important. It helps break up the adhesion between layers of tissue. Over weeks, and I want to be honest with you, this takes weeks, the texture and appearance of the scar can genuinely soften and improve. 3, dry, cracked skin and neglected feet. Let's be straightforward here. A lot of men over 60 have feet that have been worked hard and cared for very little. Cracked heels, rough skin, calluses that have built up over decades. Castor oil's viscosity, its thickness makes it one of the most effective natural moisturizers available. It doesn't just sit on top of the skin, it penetrates, it pulls moisture in and holds it there. Before bed, apply a generous amount to your heels and the soles of your feet. Put on a pair of old cotton socks and leave it overnight. Do that consistently for a week and see what you find in the morning. This isn't a gimmick, it's simple, consistent care for skin that has earned it. 4. Scalp health and thinning hair. This one tends to get people's attention. Castor oil has long been used to support scalp circulation and hair follicle health. The research here is still developing, but the proposed mechanism is reasonable as improved blood flow to the scalp means better nutrient delivery to the follicles. And rice acid's anti-inflammatory properties may reduce the low-grade scalp inflammation that can contribute to thinning over time. Warm a small amount of castor oil and work it into your scalp, not just your hair, but the scalp itself, using your fingertips in slow circular motions. Leave it on for at least 30 minutes or overnight if you don't mind the mess. Wash it out thoroughly in the morning. Once or twice a week is enough. Give it 2 months before you evaluate the results. 5. Sleep and the lymphatic system. This is perhaps the oldest traditional application of castor oil, and it's the one that often surprises people most when they hear it. Castor oil packs, a cloth soaked in castor oil placed over the abdomen, have been used for generations to support the body's lymphatic function. The lymphatic system is your body's internal drainage network, responsible for clearing waste and supporting immune response. Soak a piece of flannel or soft cotton cloth in castor oil. Place it over your abdomen. Cover it with plastic wrap to avoid staining, and rest a warm compress over it. Lie down for 30 to 45 minutes, as many people do this before bed. Users frequently report sleeping more deeply and waking with less abdominal bloating or discomfort. Whether you attribute that to the castor oil specifically or simply to 45 minutes of intentional quiet rest, the outcome is the same. Your body benefits. 6. Toenail fungus and nail health. Castor oil has recognized antifungal properties, and the thickness of the oil means it adheres well to the nail surface and nail bed, exactly where fungal infections take hold. After your evening shower, when the nail is clean and slightly soft, apply castor oil directly to the affected nail, working it under the edge and into the nail bed as best you can. Cover it with a bandage or a sock overnight. Consistency is what makes this work, not the intensity of any single application, but the steady nightly repetition over weeks. 7. Under eye puffiness and tired-looking skin. I'll be brief here, and I'll be careful because this area requires care. The skin under the eyes is thin and sensitive. Use the absolute minimum amount, less than a grain of rice, and tap it gently into the skin. Do not rub. Do not get it near the eye itself. Leave it for no more than 10 minutes. Then wipe it away gently with a damp cloth. The effect is subtle, but over time, with consistent, gentle use, the area can look less hollowed and more rested. Now, before I close, let me give you one thing to try tonight. Something you'll feel immediately. If your hands look or feel older than you'd like, rough skin, dry cuticles, nails that have lost their vitality, try this. Take a small amount of castor oil and massage it into your hands, your nails, and your cuticles. Really work it in. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Then wipe it away with a warm, damp cloth, gently pushing your cuticles back as you go. In 10 minutes, you will feel the difference. Your skin will feel softer. Your nails will have a quiet luster. It's a small thing, but sometimes small things are exactly what reminds us that our bodies are still capable of being cared for, still capable of responding, still very much worth the attention. And that's what I really want to leave you with today. The men I admire most are the ones who don't give up on themselves when things get harder, who understand that maintaining their health as they get older isn't weakness, it's wisdom. You don't need complicated protocols or expensive products. You need consistent, intelligent habits applied with patience. Castor oil is one tool. Use it well. If this video was useful to you, please subscribe. I put out new content every week focused specifically on practical health guidance for men who take their well-being seriously. And in the comments, I want to hear from you. Have you used castor oil before? Did someone in your family swear by it? Share your story below, because this community learns from each other, and your experience genuinely matters. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. You've earned it.